Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Nama saya Muhammad Hafiz. Today I want to present crane mission, kemalangan crane. Okay. Shipping is a big part of the maritime industry. Many people work in around container ship, loading and unloading cargo, often using large crane. To do so, even we order type of ship loading and unloading is part of the regular routine, and cranes are used for ship of all type and size to transport cargo and supply efficiently and quickly. All type of maritime jobs are dangerous, but working with cargo and using crane machine can be very risky. Operator for mechanical failure, poor training, and lack of safety equipment and training can all contribute to accident while cargo is being loaded or unloaded. If you work in this role either on a ship or on a dock, you run the risk of injury on a daily basis. You have a right under maritime law to speak damage if you are injured, and your loved one have a right in the tragic even that you are killed in a work accident. Regardless of the size of the operation, the equipment used, there are inherent risks to work like this, which is mostly done by a long-term worker and port worker. For worker transporting cargo by hand without the aid of equipment, the risk of injury include repetitive motion injuries, joint damage, back and injuries, and fracture, cut or stretches from failing while carrying cargo. When cranes are used for cargo, injuries can be more severe. The lower load is a serious hazard that can result in injury and death. Other risks include being exposed to moving crane or moving vehicle in the condensed space of shipping of port. Long beach workers are also at risk of falling into the water and possibly drowning. Why and when that accident happened? One of the leading causes of accident involving crane to load and unload shipping cargo is operator error. Worker operating crane in this industry must be highly skilled and training to use machinery safely and effectively. If an employer is untrained, he or she may a mistake and cause an accident. A tired employer can also cause an accident by making an assignment error or even falling asleep while working. Operator fault can also be caused by poor communication. The crane operator must liaise with other workers so that loading and unloading run smoothly and safely. Too many examples of workers in the shipping industry being injured or even killed because of crane or cargo. An example of poor safety training. A turbo generator was lifted with a crane into a luggage when it partly fell and hit a worker. He weighed in at 75 pounds and he was unable to escape the accident. Just by injury, the accident was fatal. Error occurred in security procedure. The worker removed the nut and bolt unit from the generator. When hang on it, they should know that doing so is not safe. There was also a lack of communication that contributed to the accident. The worker accrued the installation were connected to a generator and did not realize that they would fall off when removed. How they take action? If you work as a long-distance ship officer in a port or as a sailor on a cargo ship, you are doing a dangerous job. A number of offenses or loss of opportunity of safety for safety precaution can result in an accident, the result in injury or death. You have the right to compensation if you are injured at work. Thanks to maritime law, you can get the money to cover your medical expenses, to pay for wage you lost due to not being able to work, and maybe even extra money for pain and suffering, depending on your condition and whether negligence can be proven in both. You level 1 are also entitled to compensation if you are killed doing this dangerous work. Either you or loved one may find it difficult to navigate maritime law and fight for your right. You can rely on the expertise of a maritime lawyer to guide you through the claim process and to represent you as you seek to recover the money you owe it. In my conclusion, the maritime industry used a larger and small crane to move cargo and supply. Eventually, maritime jobs are indeed ungenerous, but when you add a crane and heavy machinery, your injury chance will increase. Many factors cause crane accidents, but there are some that are more common than that: operator fault, employee fault, mechanical fault, and lack of safety and training equipment. And fatigue are some of the most common cause of maritime crane accident. One of the most common cause of maritime crane accident is operator error. Crane operator bear great responsibility and must have a lot of knowledge of the operate. It is important that they how crane operate and how to maintain their machine. Unfortunately, not everything happens. Otherwise, one wrong move can end in disaster. Why loading and unloading crane operator rely on ground worker to square good so that load can be lifted. Human error or improper training often lead to unsafe injuries and drowning have occurred after maritime workers were struck with a failing load during a crane accident, causing them to fall into in water. Lastly, if you or a loved one has been involved in a crane accident, time is not on your side. You should contact a qualified or offshore injury lawyer quickly, as you may be eligible for damage, including compensation for loss of pay medical.